Welcome to Kathryn Raaker's World. Innovation, culture, adventure, fashion and health, artists, destinations, traditions. This is Kathryn Raaker's World.
We're back on Kathryn Raaker's World, and we are with another wonderful, beautiful queen that I met in Texas, and her name is Madison Samora, and she's the queen of the North Texas Foundation as well as the youth board president. And she is a what in high school?
Senior.
At what school?
B.R. Eaton High School.
Okay. And you compete in what?
Walk-up goat tying.
And what's your best time?
It's the 9.1.
9.1. You're also, you do train and serve, you train service dogs, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you done that?
So just starting this school year, I picked up this is my first service dog to train. His name is Reed. He's a 15-month-old yellow lab.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Yes.
Does he live with you?
Yes, ma'am.
He does. Okay. And how long have you had him?
Since he was 8 weeks old.
Oh, wow.
And now he's
so
15
beautiful.
months old, yes.
He loves you. You can see that.
Yes, he does.
Is he hard to train?
Yes, ma'am. He has a lot of energy.
Wow. I can understand that. So how old is he now?
15 months.
He's 15 months. So he's still a little kid.
Yes.
Right? I thought so. Can you tell me a little bit about the service dog? I mean, not just about him, but how did you pick him? And did you decide that you wanted to make him a service dog when you got him?
So I'm with the program Canine Companions.
Mm-hmm.
So at 8 weeks old, they assign us a puppy, and we pick him up from the airport. So we have him for 16 to 18 months, and that's where we train him. We take him into our houses. We teach them basic commands and manners. And then after that, they go to professional training, which is basically like puppy college.
Now let me ask you this question. How tough is it going to be to say goodbye to him? Do you say goodbye to him?
He turns into professional training in May. So
In May.
It's pretty
so
soon.
you've only got him a couple more months before he leaves, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Where will you be attending college next year?
I got accepted into Texas A&M.
I bet you're pretty excited about that one, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are you going to be majoring in?
I'm going to be majoring in animal science.
And what do you want to be eventually?
I want to be an equine veterinarian.
Now tell me what an equine veterinarian is in relationship to a regular veterinarian.
So they focus on horses only instead of like small animals like dogs and stuff.
Okay, so that's what you want to do, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So how do your parents feel about you being a queen of rodeo?
They are very proud of me, yes.
They're very proud. And how many children are in your family?
I have an older brother.
An older brother, and what does he think of this?
My dad actually sent him a picture yesterday, and he said, I look so grown up, so.
And what's his name?
Zachary.
Zachary.
Yes.
Wow. And how do your mom and dad feel about you doing the service training?
They thought it would be a lot of work, and yes.
And it is?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
What time do you have to get up in the morning with him?
For school, I wake up at 6.
6.
Yes.
So you take him out before school,
Yes.
right? But you don't take him to school.
No, ma'am, I do take him.
You
to school.
take him to school?
Yes, he goes to all
Okay.
my classes with
He
me.
goes to all your classes with you. And how does he react to that?
He's been doing better. Like before, so when they're puppies, we teach him eye contact. Like you can see him staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
So he's learned to sleep in class and just settle so he doesn't bother me or my schoolwork.
That's good. That's great, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, as a service dog, what will he be trained to do professionally?
So the program, they have many types of service dogs. So they have people with disabilities like in a wheelchair. They can pull wheelchairs. They have hearing dogs. They have PTSD dogs for veterans.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a lot of different types of dogs that he could be.
What do you
potentially.
think he's going to be best at, do you think?
He's actually tracked for a breeder, so he's not neutered. His line, his like his
Pure?
breed. Yes, it's very pure, and they're looking at it. He's potential breeder, but if he doesn't become a breeder due to health issues or something, he's looking at being either a hearing dog or a PTSD dog because he's very alert. He's got lots of energy, so
Yeah,
he's a
he'd be
person.
great for
Yes,
PTSD.
yes,
Absolutely.
very active.
And so you live in an area where there's a lot of veterans, a lot of military, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so in May, he goes where?
He goes to professional training. It's at the South Central Canine Companion Center in Irving, Texas.
And we're in Irving?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So will you go visit him or you're not allowed
No,
to?
I'm not allowed.
No, you're not allowed to see him after that.
If-
But people will send you pictures or something, right?
Yes, and we get to say goodbye after they finish professional training.
Oh, you get to?
Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet. I mean, you know, my son has had labs forever, and they're such beautiful dogs and easy to work with, I think.
Yes,
And they
ma'am.
love people.
Yes, they do. He loves people.
Well, I got to tell you, my granddaughter's going to become a vet too. So what can I tell you? The whole world's becoming vet. We're going to have a lot of veterinarians, women veterinarians,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So what are some of, do you have time for extracurricular
I
activities?
do a lot of extracurricular.
You do? So let's
yes.
talk about that.
So I'm interning at a vet clinic right now. So I help out there. I hold animals for the doctors. I do a lot of extra things like all the lab stuff. I help with that. I fill prescriptions, a bunch of different things there. And then I'm also in National Honor Society. So I do volunteer work with them. And then student council. So I help around the school a lot. And then I'm in FFA, the Futures Farmers Association. So with that, that's how I got into training him. So I do that, and I also have the CDE, the Career Development Event. I do the vet science team. So we memorize all the breeds and all the parasites and everything, and then we're tested on that.
Oh, wow. That's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So he's enjoying whatever he's got, right?
Yes, it's just dog food.
It's dog food. He's hungry.
Yes.
No wonder.
He's always hungry.
I know. I'm getting hungry. What can
Me
I tell you? So I think what's been the most exciting thing you've done as a queen?
I think it would be the Nashville trip that we're on right now. So last year I was a sweetheart, which Kyla is today. So we went last year too. So this is my second time, and we've had a lot of fun. We do lots of appearances here, lots of talk shows. So it's been fun.
And I bet that's exciting for you to do, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It really is. I love Nashville. It's really a fun town, great place to be. And some of the people that I've met and interviewed have been absolutely outstanding.
Yes.
I can't even tell you. So I'm excited for you about this. So what are your goals for the future? And do you have a lot of little girls that come up to you and say, how can I be a queen?
Yes, ma'am. Lots of little girls, they love to come up to us, and I love to see them being a role model. It's a very good experience. Just to see their faces light up as they see us, it's amazing.
How old were you when you started?
So in 3rd grade, I started riding horses.
Wow.
And then 5th grade, I started doing rodeo, like barrel racing and all that. And then just high school, I started walk-up goat tying.
Wow. So your parents were very supportive, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I can imagine they were. I want to wish you all the luck in the world with the dog.
Thank
And you're going to continue training dogs, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to get another one in college. So
In your college. Are you going to live on?
yes, so
You're
I'll
gonna
be
live-
in the dorm, so I'll have a puppy with me when I start college.
And that's good.
yes.
They allow that. That's
Yes.
great. So it's going to be fun. So anyhow, I want to thank you again for joining me today.
Thank you so
You
much
were
for
so
having
sweet.
me.
Thank you.
Thank
and the
you.
dog is darling. I would adopt him in 2 minutes. But you're going on to a new career, right, Reed? Right? You're going to go to a new career? Yes. So I want to thank you for joining me today. Give that website out one more time.
The NTRF.org.
Don't forget to go to our website at KathrynRaakersWorld.com or Let'sJustTalk.com. Or don't forget the ChefYouandI.com as well. It's a healthy cooking show. So anyhow, thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you soon. Hi, this is Kathryn Raaker of Kathryn Raaker's World, syndicated television show, and Let's Just Talk Radio. And that is our syndicated radio show. The wonderful gal that we're going to interview now is Angelina Garcia.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and we've met before. Where did we meet?
We met at Dallas at the Sky Ball Gala.
That's right. And I was so impressed with you there. I love your outfit.
Thank
Not
you
that
so
I don't
much.
love all of your outfits, and I wish I had one.
I love your outfit.
No,
as well.
thank you. Thank you. Well, you are a princess of the North Texas Rodeo Foundation, as well as the youth board secretary.
Yes, ma'am.
So what high school do you go to? You're in high school still, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I am a senior at VRE in high school.
And what do you compete in?
I compete in walk-up goat tying right now.
And what's your average, or what's the best time?
My average is about 11, 12 seconds.
11 or 12 seconds?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's good. I would probably be 30 seconds the way it goes. How do you get the goat to let you do that? That's what I want to know.
You know, we have a goat handler, and so as you run out, the goat handler lets go, and so we run up to it, and we grab it, and we flank it to the floor, and then we tie it. So it's a little bit more on the forceful side, but it always has a purpose.
Right, okay. And you're also in the National Honor Society. How long have you been in the National Honor Society?
I was invited into the National Honor Society during my sophomore year.
Wow.
So I've been in it for the past 3 years.
I bet your parents and your relatives, one's from California, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Are very proud of you, right? And tell me, you're also in the orchestra of your school?
Yes, so I've been in orchestra since middle school, since 6th grade when I was 11, and so I've been playing my instrument for about 7 years now.
And that's the viola, not the violin.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right. It's bigger, isn't it?
It is, yes.
It's a different sound.
Yeah, it has more of a mellow sound.
Wow.
It's in between like violin and cello. So it sounds like the cello, but you play it like a violin.
You play it like a violin, but it sounds like a cello.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Maybe we'll let you play a note or two. Would that be possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to do that?
Sure.
One of the things that, now, are you going to take your music on, you're going to take it into the next level?
Yes, ma'am. I am planning, or I've been accepted to the University of Texas at Arlington.
Wow.
To pursue music and do music industry studies.
Well, that's exciting. So you're going to be doing that, and you have been accepted to the university already, or are you putting in for it?
Yes, I had my audition this past Thursday.
How'd that go?
Oh, it went well, I think.
Great.
And I got my acceptance letter 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
So I will be going to
That's
do
pretty
music.
exciting.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you continue with the viola and anything in the musical world. That would be exciting,
I
wouldn't
love it. Yes, ma'am.
Now, tell me, what are your future aspirations?
So again, going into music, I am not exactly sure which path of music. That's why I chose to do music industry studies. It's a broad major, so I'm able to do multiple things such as audio engineering, creating and composing music, playing my instrument in the orchestra, managing artists, and learning the laws of music as well.
That's pretty exciting. I think I'd love that career. I bet your parents are very excited for you, and your wonderful Aunt Kathryn, right, is excited for you as well. And so, are you the only child in your family?
No, I actually have a younger brother, and this year my family is hosting a foreign exchange student, so I consider her like my sister, and she's from Italy.
Well, she's from Italy. Have you learned
Yes.
Italian?
No, I haven't.
Well, you should encourage her to teach you.
No, I should ask her.
Yeah, you should. Do you have a in the next few years, have you thought about going to Italy just to see it?
You know, I've been wanting to travel and take music along
Right.
with it. I want to go around the world and see how music is done in different places and learn all the cultural things of music around the world.
what I'd really love you to do, and I think our audience would really love it, is to have something on a piece on your viola. Could you do that for us?
I sure can.
Okay. Angelina, that was absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you so
And,
much.
You know, I have a question. When you were accepted to the university for the viola, you had to audition, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. For any orchestra, there's always an audition process. But specifically for UTA, I had to do a solo, an etude, and 2 scales, which lasted about 10 minutes. And then I was just able to talk to them and do a little bit of an interview and just get to know them, and they get to know me as a person.
Let me ask you, how long did you have to wait to find out about the acceptance?
I had to wait about a little less than a week, so it was relatively fast.
I bet you were really excited, weren't you?
I was very excited.
That's super. So I just want to thank you so much for your performance, for what you do as a princess. And do you have a website?
We do. It's thentrf.org.
Say that again.
thentrf.org.
And do you plan on having a website for yourself when you get into college?
I probably will. Yes, ma'am.
That's a smart idea. I think that's good. I want to thank you again. It's been a pleasure. We will see you soon again. We'll be right back on Kathryn Raaker's World, and let's just talk. Hi, this is Kathryn Raaker of Kathryn Raaker's World, our syndicated television show, and Let's Just Talk, our syndicated radio show. I am so excited that we have this beautiful young lady who's a junior in high school, who is a sweetheart of the North Texas Rodeo Foundation. Her name is Kyla Smith. And we've met before in Dallas, Texas. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we did. So you were the one that did the wonderful video
Yes.
of the goat walk-up goat tying, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That was pretty fast. How many seconds was that?
That was my best time. I did 9.5 seconds.
9.5. You had to run up to that. When did they start timing it?
Pretty much when you start running, you cross
Really?
the timer line and then they go.
How do you practice for that?
I usually practice I practice like the tying part on my foot sometimes at home, or like the running part in an arena where I board my horse at.
So was that hard?
It's not too hard, I guess. Once you get it down, it's pretty.
So you go from goat to what? Is there a next step that you have to go to after goats?
No, it's just like.
Just
the
goats.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You have a huge passion for the rodeo
Yes, ma'am.
and all things Western. So let's talk a little bit about that. Tell me why.
Well, I've always just grown up loving horses and always wanted to ride, so I started taking horse riding lessons, and my parents did rodeo as well growing up, so it was pretty cool to like be following in their footsteps.
Oh, they were in the rodeo too?
Yes, my mom did.
So
those.
are they still in the rodeo?
No, not.
No. They gave it up?
Yeah.
Kind of, right? So how long ago was that? A while?
Yeah, a little while ago when they were teenagers.
Oh, they were teenagers when they gave it up, right?
Like 20s.
20s.
When they gave it
Okay.
up, but yeah.
So when did you get the urge to do this?
I was pretty young, so like maybe 7-ish years ago is when I really got into it.
Wow. Has it been exciting for you?
Oh yes, definitely.
So tell me, what's the name of your horse?
His name is Waylon.
So you just use one horse to do all this with? Okay. So you're also involved in FFA. Tell us what that is.
So FFA is like the Future Farmers of America. So there's different events that you can do within it. So I do poultry judging as a CDE, which is a career development event.
Now, I want to go back to the goat thing about the tying and everything. It was raining that day, wasn't it?
It was.
And you were muddy.
Yes.
How muddy did you get?
Pretty muddy. It was like, all over my jeans, even my face a little bit, and pants.
You don't mind that, huh?
Not really.
Just take a shower and get it over with, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Let me ask you, we were talking about the FFA and what it is, and it's Future Farmers of America. Is that it?
Yes.
Now, you do the poultry judging.
Yes.
How do you judge a chicken or a rooster? Tell me.
So there's different stations that we go through that are timed, and we have like a Scantron sheet, and there's like the live chickens that you can judge by like their meat and the fat on them, and then like the laying chickens. So like you'll judge the eggs and
How big the eggs are or what?
So they're like, it's called candling. So we put it up to a light in a dark room, and like there's different things that we look for, like the air pocket at the top of the egg, and it tells you like the quality of it basically, and the like the shade of the yolk. So if it's darker, it's usually a bad egg.
It's a bad egg.
Yeah.
So you want to attend Tarleton State University with hopes of becoming a veterinarian. We're going to have a lot of veterinarians, aren't we? That's good. So what type of veterinarian do you want to be? There's different types, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd probably just be like a regular pet small animal veterinarian or an
Not a
equine.
big one, huh?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Still
maybe
kind of
not.
deciding.
Right. Anyhow, let me ask you this. What are your goals for you and your horse?
Next year, I'm planning on competing in barrels and poles as well on him. So, because we're still training, I attend lessons like once a week.
With him?
Yes.
And how's he doing?
We're improving. We're getting
You're
there.
improving?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a process.
How bad? We're just teasing. He's getting better. You're good, right? He has to get better. Is that it?
We're both kind of learning.
You're like,
Yeah.
okay, that's good. What is your personal best time while competing in walk-up goat tying?
9.5 seconds.
So can you get better than that? Really? Is there anybody that has beat you on that one?
For sure. There's people that can get like 7 seconds flat. It's pretty.
7 seconds.
Yeah, it gets fast.
Right. Okay. How far is it to get to the goat?
I believe it's like 30 foot.
30 foot.
Maybe, and they're all
So
like
who times you on running?
They usually my friends.
Your friends?
Yeah,
I bet they were cheering you on at 9 seconds.
they were.
Now, what do you get for doing that this time?
You can win checks or buckles at the end of the year for it.
Checks?
Yes.
What are those?
Like money.
Money. Oh, okay. So you're earning money while you're doing this besides, right? That makes sense. I bet your parents are happy about that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask this other question. That video is going out because I've seen it. It's really good. I didn't like the part where you got that messy, but that's all right. We can deal with that, right?
Yes.
So what do your friends think of what you're doing today?
They are very supportive. My best friend is actually the one who pretty much encouraged me to go for this title, so
Really?
I owe a lot of it to her.
Pretty exciting, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do your parents think now? Are you better than they were?
Well,
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think they're here right now, so we don't want to hurt their feelings, right? But they're pretty proud of you, right?
definitely.
Is your dad really encouraging more than your mom, or are they both the same?
They're pretty the same. Yeah.
Right. And what about your sisters and brothers?
Yeah. they're supportive as well.
Do they come to your events?
Some of them.
How old is your brother?
He is 20.
Oh, wow. He's in college, right? Or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. So is this the first time you've been to this part of the country?
It is.
It is. What do you think of it?
It's pretty. It's pretty.
Pretty beautiful, actually. Got a lot of farmland here, right?
Yes,
They
we
do.
do.
A lot of lakes.
Yeah.
I've noticed that. So you're going to be here for a little bit longer, like I am, and you're going to get to meet some most wonderful people out there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to thank you for what you do and how you mentor girls and young women. Thank you so much for joining me today. Do you have a website?
We do.
Tell us about your website.
TheNTRF.org. It's got a little bit about everybody on there and about what we do, and yeah.
So do you have a lot of the videos up there on that or not?
We have like a slideshow, and it goes through like all of our outings and pictures and things like that of all the things that we've done. So. Anyway.
And if anybody wants to have you on their radio or television show, who do they contact?
They will contact Christopher. He's the president of our organization.
Of your organization.
Yes.
What's his last name?
Frank.
Okay. And they can go to that website again. What was that again?
TheNTRF.org.
Right. And what do you want to say to the audience about encouraging other young girls and boys for the future, especially?
I would just say really like keep your head straight. If you want to do it, then you go for it, because you shouldn't let anybody or anything get in your way, because it's your life and not anybody else's. So you do you.
That's good. And I want to thank you so much for joining
Thank
me
you.
today. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we want you to go to our website at KathrynRaakersWorld.com or Let'sJustTalk.com. But don't forget to go to the Chef You and I. That's a lot of fun. So thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you soon.